So I had some really nice realizations today. I went to this tree, the sacred yew tree, the 5,000-year-old yew tree, and then after that I went on a bike ride. It was 800-meter elevation. I think it was like 37 kilometers or something. I was a little bit hesitant to do it, but then I decided like it's the best place to be. I don't mind how long it takes. And on the way around, I had a really good realization came to me about halfway around. And it was basically about Namaste in India. How um, I had this idea before when I went to India that I thought about it in this country as well. That if I just keep going around in India saying Namaste to everyone, then I'm not going to go wrong. Generally, I'm not going to get into any fights or something or get into bad consciousness as long as I go around bowing to everybody no matter what happens. So that's what I thought about today. I was like, Namaste solves everything. Like whether it's somebody you don't get on with, or whether it's anybody you meet. If you just adopt the same thing, as like, let's say you're still thinking about someone from 10 months ago, like, and they're still emotionally like upsetting you, or like Joe Dispenza was just saying, that we built up our all of our personal past experiences is like what defines our like personality traits and character if we're carrying all of this burden and stuff. So again, what a beautiful way to address all of that stuff is just to be like namaste and just keep bowing. And then it came to me like, what does that word mean? It doesn't even mean bow. Like Nama is the holy name, and stay, it just sounds like Namaste. It's like stay with the holy name, right? And then it says in that verse, the third verse of the Shikshastikam, that in order to chant the holy name constantly, then it's much easier when you're being humble and respectful to all others. It doesn't say to specific people, it says to respect all others. Then that person can very easily stay with the Nam, can keep chanting the holy name constantly and stay in that ecstatic union, in that divine union. So that's the ticket, that's the key, is to stay namaste. That keeps the Nam staying with you. And as soon as we stray off from being respectful to all others, that's when these politics and drama comes in, right? And then we're suddenly like caught up in that instead. And then we're losing our shanti, we're losing our peace, we're losing our connection with the divine because we're getting caught up in stories and ego and all that kind of negative stuff. So it just made perfect sense. It just came to me while I was biking around, and it was like, handle, and you can solve absolutely everything just by namaste to any situation, everyone, every single person, whether it's a sheep on the road, or whether it's, I don't know, someone from 1987 that happened something crazy and then you remember it and you're getting disturbed, or something crazy, and just namaste to you, and then that's it, gone. You're not going to have to waste your time battling them in the mind anymore once you've deeply said namaste to them. Finished, clean slate, game over. No more issues, no more resistance, no more mental hang-ups anymore, right? So from here on in, it's after going around that tree on this bike path, on this bike ride I designed today, 37-mile bike ride. Sorry, 37 kilometers. It was 800 meters of elevation. That's how wide that smaller tree is. It's 800 centimeters around, which makes it about 1,800 years old, apparently, according to some ring estimation. So anyway, respect to those trees. That's where it began. I'm like, namaste to these trees. You've been here for thousands of years. I can't even get my head around that. It's just unbelievable. Just how many generations of people and stuff like has happened in 5,000 years. It's just beyond my imagination, really. So all I could really do was bow. And then from there, I think it just became really clear. It's like, yeah, if we just went around like humbly respecting everyone, nobody can touch us. We're inside this circle of namaste, bow and respect to everyone. Nobody can mess with us. But somehow, isn't it, the ego comes in, and then it's like, how can I respect them? How can I bow to them? Oh, after they did this, how can I possibly, um, bow to them after that? So that's the test. That's where you go deep, like, and even made me cough then or something. I don't know what was happening there, but yeah. So there's this. That's the alchemy that we have to work with. That's what there is. That base metal. We've got to churn that and purify it into gold, and that gold is, I think, the mood of Namaste. That you could. It's one way to consider solving everything. Like it says, the six Goswamis, they used to bow 5,000 times a day, or some number in the one of those songs. They would go around, anybody they saw, they would offer mentally, they would be offering a bow to them. They might not bow to them, but mentally they were doing that thousands of times a day. And because they were in that mentality of bowing to everybody, it said that like the local saints loved them, and even the local criminals loved them. Everybody loved them because they were in that mood of respect to everyone. Respect, right? Like if the Rastas talk like that as well, they're always talking about respect, man. So that's a real key quality of this inner wealth and this way to navigate through this life. So yeah, that was my realization today. You can solve absolutely everything just by continually namaste as the the correct way to address any person or thought or any your own mind. You can namaste to the mind. You don't have to criticize or preach against anything. Instead, you can just bow to that situation, namaste, and then learn from the bad as well as the good things. So right now it's snowing. I'm on this place, Gospel Pass, and I don't know if you can see out here. Actually, like some snow falling. Got the snow cave. A little bit of snow cave. Got to do some tiny bit of snow cave meditation. And yes, this is just like a gift that I've received today, which I already knew, but it's like it's got forgotten, and that's what came to me, to just keep saying namaste to absolutely everyone and everything. And that is like you're just gonna sail straight through, everything. It's like the cheat. You had like a cheat code. That's the cheat code, namaste. And that's how you see people in India, where it's so chaotic, and you meet these saintly people and they're so cool. They're so undisturbed in all of that chaotic madness, and then you see their mentality and they're super respectful and humble, and they're constantly namaste, to even like Western people or everybody they meet, they're like bowing to them, and then you see that's how they're surviving. They're surviving with that, and they're actually happy. They're cheerful with nothing because they've got this mood of namaste, of respect. And that means if you're in that mood of respect, God is close to you. You in the realm of love, in that mentality, right? Like they're saying, gratitude and appreciation are the higher frequencies of like heavenly ecstasy to aim for, to be in. So that's what that bowing of the hands. And when you're in India and you meet people that everybody, you say namaste, and then they say it so nicely back again, really carefully and really deeply respectful. And then you feel like this is the most cultured country in the world, because everyone's cultured to pay bows to each other. That you start you feeling like I'm in a really high cultured place. And if you didn't spot that, or you didn't know about that, and you just went there in a different consciousness as a tourist, you could just get absolutely burned out with all the madness and the horns beeping and stuff, and you might not even notice that, unless you knew about it. So that's what I'm really zoning in on now. Like that's what came to me today. You can solve everything by namaste.